town we were raised, yeah, cause we were done. I remember we used to look back.
Natural Highs program started within the Drug Education Prevention Project. It was about finding a way of coming up with a prevention program. So the prevention programs were based on positive mental health, how to improve young people's mental health, how to work with self-esteem, improve self-esteem, how to engage young people where they got an opportunity to talk in an honest and open way. I suppose there's always been a history of outdoor activities and stuff within Clare Youth Service. Building on that was part of the programme. So the outcomes were based on a challenging environment, so the outdoors being a challenging environment. Natural Highs thing was around, it was a comparison with the highs that you get from drugs maybe, or the highs you get from antisocial behaviour or that kind of thing. So I suppose it was about finding another way where sensation-seeking behaviour could be done in a positive way.
You know, you do the activities, you probably would like them, like, you know, once you like them, then you take them up and you'd be doing that then, and you'd be getting your like natural highs, you say, like, you know, every day as you do it, instead of like, you know, maybe you might get like bored or depressed or something and then start actually taking drugs, and then that's like you go down a bad road then. But with this, it's like you're active, you're keeping fit, you're mentally healthy as well, and it's just really good for mental health and physical health. So.
But the Natural Highs program then developed from that, like about focusing on prevention, protective factors, and building protective factors, increasing self-esteem, working with problem solving, working in a challenging environment. Groups of young people having to work together, having to rely on each other. You know, the classic one being rock climbing, where somebody's got to hold the rope for the other person on the wall.
I never even think of doing that. I don't even think that I would even want to do that. But it's just like when I was there and everyone else was doing it, like I didn't think I was going to reach the top as well because I'm scared of heights. But when I'd done it, I felt like a relief and everything. I thought it was great, like I was so happy with myself.
So it's these kinds of activities, but it was relating them back to the young people around what they'd learned, what they'd gotten out of it, talking to them around, you know, how they could actually continue on doing these. Because I suppose one of the things was young people were saying, oh, I'd love to do this or I'd love to do that, but they never got around to doing it. So I suppose it was a case of us providing with the opportunities, with the motivation. A lot of outdoor activities can be quite expensive, so I suppose it was getting funding. So we were getting funding through the Drugs Task Force.
The surfing, I think that was the best because I don't know, it's just I've never like ever even tried it before, and like, you know, you'd see it when you go to the Hinch, you'd see everybody doing it and all, and it was just great to actually get the shot to do it and like try and succeed in it. Like kind of proud of yourself in a way, like I can actually do this, I made it, and like, yeah, satisfaction.
Doing something that was going to cover a wide range of young people. So I suppose there's some young people who may not ever use drugs and won't be inclined to use drugs, so it was supporting their decision not to use drugs. And there's other young people, you know, at the other end of the scale, which had quite a few issues around drugs, had family history of drug or alcohol use. And I suppose it was coming up with a program that would suit a wide range of young people. And I suppose that was the thing. It was everybody was the same when they were out in kayaks or when they were out surfing or when they were in rock climbing. That they were all just young people having a good time, getting a bit of a buzz. And I suppose that environment then created conditions where people were more relaxed. They weren't in a school environment or an office environment. They were outdoors, so they were often more open and honest.
The chats in the car and stuff like that helped. Like, it wasn't like forced into chatting about that kind of stuff, about drugs and that. Like, it was more like relaxed conversation, so you could talk openly about it and not get judged or anything like that. I think it was very good.
That was from the first programs we started to really recognise that young people were more relaxed, that they were actually talking in a less defensive way. and some of that was because maybe they'd seen us participating in the activities, they'd seen us falling over or not being able to do stuff. So it was a kind of a leveling experience.
We'd just chat away, and it wouldn't be like, you know, just like learning what it was. You'd get to go out and like talking to your friends kind of. You'd have a chat and afterwards, and you know, on the way there in the cars and stuff, yeah. And going on the walks and everything, it's just easier to just have a chat about it, and it's more, you understand it more then as well.
You know, some young people, they've gone on to do outdoor programs themselves. They've gotten involved in clubs, so it was about providing them an opportunity, something that they would engage in the future. For other young people, it was just a break from the difficulties. So they actually got away. They got out of Ennis. They got out of the town for the day. They got a break from whatever difficult situation they were dealing with.
Like literally at the back of my house there's the burn, and I never even like thought of even going up there to do it, but then when we finally got the chance to go up and walk down the burn, I thought it was beautiful. I loved it, just like the nature and the trees and the light. I just thought it was beautiful, because we never, like, we'd say we do, but we never actually would get the encouragement to do it. But then when you encourage us to do it, and it's really good. Like, it just makes you feel like good, and then seeing all the beautiful stuff, and we got to hold the baby sheep and all and everything. Like, it wasn't just a walk.
I suppose one of the feedback I got from a young person was how they just being asked to go on these trips, or being asked to be involved in these activities, just made them feel valued. So it was actually to be included in something, and that's, I suppose, a big part of what we do, is try and be inclusive.
You wouldn't have them opportunities to go surfing or go jumping off the rock, or, you know, doing any of the activities that we done. We wouldn't usually get the opportunity to do that. So I liked the way that we got to try it and see how it was.
Somebody in a group situation might find it difficult to talk, or they might have a lot of confidence. I suppose when everybody's is out of their comfort zone in the outdoors, I suppose it kind of helps relax them, helps them speak more easily. And I suppose there's always times as well, whether over lunch or whether you're walking, and maybe you have that time where you can have a one-to-one. You can be part of a group, but you can still have a private conversation, whether another young person or with one of the youth workers. So it provides a space where you do stuff as a group, and you also have opportunities within the day to speak, to get individual support.
It would help me to make positive choices for myself. It's given me more confidence to do that kind of stuff as well. Like, try things I haven't done before. It made me want to get out more. Otherwise I'd be stuck at home doing nothing, and to have something to do and go out, and that's fun with your friends, and to like get to know the people in your class more as well. I think that's good as well.
Once you'd done it, then it was like you were proud of yourself then, because you finally done it. If you got good on it, like, you know, and when you walked up the mountain and all to see the view and everything, it's like a happy feeling.
As well, being a big part of it is that people have that sense of achievement after they've climbed the hill, or after they've been in the water for 2 hours on a cold day, or after they've done something that they didn't think they could do. They've managed to jump off a rock, or they just did something that they didn't think, that they hadn't even thought about it, and then they thought, oh, I can't do that, and then actually they've done it. So there's like a progress. They've managed to achieve something and have a sense of achievement after a day. And I suppose that links back into self-esteem, gradually building self-esteem. And I suppose low self-esteem being one of the biggest risk factors there is for substance abuse.
It took me ages to like jump off the rock, because I was standing at the edge and I was worried in case, like, all the thoughts going through my head, but then I was like, I have to do this, like, I can't turn back now. So then when I actually did do it, I felt happy with myself, and I felt like more confident. I felt like I wanted to try it again and do it again, so it was very good.
It was the best, jumping off the rock, because I don't know, I thought I could do it. Once you see it, you think you can do it, and then like it took me ages to try and jump off the rock. It's just because I didn't think I'd actually be that scared. But then once you finally done it, it was just like amazing, the best feeling ever.
So again, it was going back to positive mental health, physical activity, peer support, working as a team, challenging yourself, problem solving. So there are all kinds of ways of personal development. There are ways of building protective factors against substance misuse and I suppose mental health issues.
Good for like, you know, the mental health, like, because it makes you feel better about yourself. It makes you happier, better than sitting inside on your phone. You're out, you're being active. It's just like a really good feeling, makes you happy as well.
I definitely encourage other people to do this. Like, it was a big effect on me, and I think it was just absolutely great. Like, it was a chance that I could do something that like I never done before, and the natural high and everything was brilliant, and I just really encourage other people to do it.